Hey, lighting people, let's talk about recipes and the different ways that they can be used. Did you know that there are multiple ways that you can use recipes in Grandime 3? Oh my goodness, yes. Have you heard of a recipe template? Well, you're about to hear about it. So, there are multiple different ways that you can use recipes in Grandime 3, and until very recently, I had not looked into them. I just basically stored my recipes with all of my values, then I used those recipes in other recipe lines in my queues, but I have been looking into this and I have learned some things, and there are some different ways to use recipes. So first off, you can store all of your data in a recipe and use that recipe in whatever ways you like. I'm going to show you how that works, logistically what's happening, and what happens if you use it in a recipe versus what happens if you just select that recipe to bring the values into the programmer. Or you can store a recipe without a selection. And in that case, I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you do that. Or there's a third option. You can turn your recipe into a recipe template. And when you do that, amazing things happen. And I'm going to show you how that works. So let's get into it. So first off, generally speaking, what is a recipe? A recipe is a selection, a value, and a matrix telling your fixtures what to do. And you can swap out any of those and the recipe will continue working, and it will apply the value you give it to the selection you give it using the matrix you give it. Super powerful tool. So you have 3 ingredients in your recipe. That's the bottom line. So that's a normal recipe. Let's go ahead and make one. I'm going to use standard recipes because they're the same across all versions, but this also applies to phaser recipes. So I'm going to create a standard recipe. I'm going to make a selection. I am going to give them a value, and then I don't need any matrix. I will just leave it the way it is and store it in my preset pool. Now I have a recipe preset, and I can use this when I'm programming. There are a couple of ways that I can use this. I forgot I actually need my groups pool open here. So let me grab that real quick. And here we go. So I've selected my spots. Now notice edit recipe is off. So if I select this preset, the values go into the programmer, and here they are. I'm referencing this preset, and if I store that, it's stored in the programmer. So I took my recipe data and I've simply stored it in the programmer in a normal fashion. That being said, another option that I have is I can double click it and it will automatically select the fixtures and it will open the preset pool. This is, by the way, dependent on your preset pool actions, but this is the default. So if you haven't customized it, this is what will happen. And again, I can store that in my queue. Now let's say I want to use this recipe preset in a recipe. I can do that too. Turn on edit recipe, click on my fixtures, click on the preset, and voila, we have a recipe in the programmer referencing this recipe preset, and we can make whatever changes we want. We can store in a queue. This is not going to simply store programmer data. This is going to store a recipe. That's great. With the recipe editor active, if I double click this, nothing happens because the recipe editor makes it so that you have to select a group before you can select a preset. That is a normal recipe. Now let's talk about a no selection recipe. I'm going to add a new standard recipe, but this time I'm not going to add a selection. I'm just going to add a value. Let's go with dimstomp 100 and let's just store it right here. Now, as you can see, there is no icon showing us what the values are. And to start off the same way we did last time, turn edit recipe off. Now, if I select this, nothing is happening. If I select my fixtures and I select this, it applies to them directly, and we can see it in the programmer. These fixtures are now referencing this preset. Now, in this instance, I can also do it with any other selection that I like, because remember, I didn't use that selection in creating it. It is applying this to whatever selection I choose. The only thing is that the only reason I can select any fixtures I like is because the preset that's stored in this recipe preset is universal. If it was selective, I would only be able to use the fixtures that have values in that selective preset. If it was global, I'd only be able to use the same fixture type. But since it's universal, I can use any fixtures I like. So that's what happens when we have a no selection preset and we're not using it in a recipe. When we're using it in a recipe, we can select our fixtures, select the preset, and it's automatically put the selection in, and we're using this recipe, and we can store that. That's great. So this is super easy and honestly very powerful. If you're using a universal preset, what you can do is you can use this type of recipe preset to put your matrix data in if you have universal matrix data that you want, and then you can choose your selection and go click on that preset. However, you might not want to do that because basically, you might want different matrix data for each selection. So this isn't really fitting into my workflow, but it is a cool thing to be able to do and a great thing to be able to understand. Now let's move on to template recipes. Any recipe can be turned into a template recipe. All you do is go to Edit Setting, and then you turn on Recipe Template. Now, what this is doing is you can see the preset has this little open pot icon as opposed to our usual closed pot icon. And that tells you that it's a recipe template. Now, what does a recipe template actually do? Well, if we turn off Edit Recipe and we just click on this preset, instead of just going into the programmer, you can see we have no data in our programmer. It goes straight here. Now, if we add the selection, then it goes into the programmer, although it's showing a little bit weird simply because we don't have these fixtures selected. They're only put in this preset. But if we select them, we can see everything as it usually is. And of course, we can change any other values we want and we can store this. Edit recipe is not active. We just selected a recipe template, it puts it in the recipe editor, and we can change it however we want. Now, even if you select fixtures before clicking on a recipe template, it is not going to put the selection in. You have to do that manually after creating it because a recipe template just puts the value into the recipe editor. Now, like I said, you can turn any recipe preset into a recipe template. So let's say we turn this one into a recipe template, and this one has a selection in it, right? So now what happens is if we click on this one, we have all of our data in here, but we can swap any of it out, and clicking it, like I said, put it in the recipe editor rather than just putting it in the programmer. So that is, again, useful for being able to change things. Now, here's where it gets really exciting because another option that you have with a recipe template is you can create one with a selection and a matrix data if you want, and no values. You don't have to put values in. Let's store this here. Let's turn it into a recipe template. And now when we click on this, we have all of that data saved. We just need to add a value, and we can add whatever value we want. Now, is that super helpful? Because technically you can change the value even if you do this kind. Okay, I don't know. Like, that's up to you. It might be useful, it might not be useful, but it's pretty cool just to know that you can. Unfortunately, if you put in multiple recipe lines, they are all going to go into the editor, and that's unfortunate because if that wasn't the case, then I would potentially like to be able to click on a preset, select the recipe, and only have the one with that selection come into the editor. I feel like that would be really helpful, but okay, it is what it is. Like I said, selecting these does not affect it. Now, one thing to be aware of is all this time we've been doing this without Edit Recipe active. If we activate Edit Recipe and then we click on one of these presets, obviously you'd have to click on a selection first, it does not do the same thing. It does our selection, it puts this recipe template in, and what that means is if we change this value, we're simply not going to have any of the data from that recipe template in there anyway. So that's not very useful. You don't want to do that. It's not really helpful because a recipe template is specifically designed to be used without Edit Recipe being active. So you are just basically recalling a recipe line and you don't have to create the whole thing from scratch. So that is how recipes can be used in GrandMA 3. This is version 2.4. But it's basically the same concept across all versions, at least those that have the recipe editor, which is since version 2.2. I don't know when template recipes came to be, but generally the ideas work the same, and they also work exactly the same with phaser recipes. All right, now that you understand a little better how recipes work, let me know in the comments how this is affecting your workflow, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, I hope you have a great day and happy programming.